Okay, so good evening. It is Sunday, the 26th of March, approaching the end of what has been pretty much, it's been an incredible month for us over in the UK and with direct sellers. My name's Paul Gillingham. I'm based in Crawley, near Gatwick, down in the southeast, and I have been with this company for probably about 3 months, I think it is, give or take 3 months. And I was fortunate enough to hit the top position in the compensation plan within my first month. My background is fitness. I'm in the fitness industry. I have been for 12 years. I took over as a manager in my took over from the manager's position at my fifth gym on Monday. I also run bootcamp classes. And I got involved with network marketing about 4 years ago now for a client that I used to train that moved away, that showed me an opportunity of how I could work with a wider spectrum, I suppose is the best way to sum that up. Because working as a fitness professional, it's one-to-one, it's group training. But with network marketing, for those that have been in the industry before, you'll know that you can build teams and build relationships, not just in your local area, but your county, your country, and different continents. So I love the fact that I could work with people from all over the world, from all different walks of life, and help them become better versions of themselves, basically. So I'm going to go straight into the opportunity tonight because I don't really want to talk for too long. We've got a very special guest that's joining us from the States tonight, and someone that he's a guy that when he talks that I listen. He's someone that I respect and look up to. And to be honest, it was probably the number one reason why I did get involved with this particular company. So, you've still got plenty of time to text your people to get them on, because he is someone that, as I said, he craves enthusiasm, and what he's done in such a short space of time with the team that he's created is just incredible. It's phenomenal. So, as I said, I'm going to kickstart with it. I'll keep an eye on when he jumps on. And then we'll get going from there. But Direct Cellars is a premium wine club. With regards to the different wine clubs that are available in the UK, it's no different from the likes of Virgin Wines, Laithwaites, Naked Wines, the Sunday Times wine list, or any other wine group that's out there. But in the April of last year, the founders, four founding members, decided to put a compensation plan to it and took wine into MLM. Now, I had a vision a couple of years ago that if ever a network marketing model came about with the product being wine, it would be one of the biggest success stories that this country has ever seen. And since it's happened, it hasn't changed my views or my opinions at all. So I got a phone call from my now upline in the December. She told me about this opportunity. And after the phone call, I was in. I didn't get on a Zoom call. I didn't look at the compensation plan back then. All I'd done was listen to what she told me to do. And because of that image and that thought and that vision that I had in my head, it had all come true. So I have not looked back since. And in the 3 months that I've been in, it's been the most incredible, fast, furious, ferocious, but fun times that I've ever had building this particular company and this business model. So the company itself's been around for 4 years. It's not a new wine club, but the network marketing model aspect to it is very, very new. As I said, it's less than a year old, April of last year, so just coming up to a year old now. Now, there's two different ways that you can get involved with this. You can become a customer or you can become a promoter. To become a customer, there's two different options. You can get in on a $49 package or a $79 package. Now, $49.99 gets you 2 bottles of premium wine. $79.99 gets you 4 bottles of premium wine. We do what's called a 3 for free program. And basically what that means is when you refer 3 people that you either love or hate, so it could be a friend, a colleague, a family member, or an enemy, but anyone that you refer wine to, when you refer it to 3 people, your wine is free going forward, and it will be free every month thereafter as long as you refer 3. On top of that, there's obviously a business model. On top of that, there's obviously ways that you can make money from it. So even though the wine's not being shipped at the moment, and we are very close to a launch date, but even though the wine's not being shipped, the commissions are being shipped. So with regards to building a business, again, there's two options, there's two kits, there's two packages you can come on at. The first one being $249.95. For that, you would get 4 bottles of premium wine. You would get a year's license to trade, which gives you access to your back office, all your training materials, any YouTube clips, any Facebook live groups, any page or any post or any opportunity call that you can get on to help you build and sustain a credible business. And you also get 20% off future wines going forward. So if you've got a big event coming up and you needed to order a bulk load of wine, by being on that single kit, that 249 kit, you get 20% off of all your future orders. Now, the other kit that we've got is $499.95. That gets you 12 bottles of premium wine, and it gives you a 3-year license to trade. So for double the price, you get triple the benefits, triple the rewards, but also you get 40% off of wines going forward. So again, you know, if you've got a big event coming up, if you need to order a lot of wine, then you get 40% off of future wines. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass the call over to a guy that I've got introduced to only a few short weeks ago. Lives in a different part of the country, but this guy has got involved. He's taken the business by storm. He currently holds the record for the fastest master seller position in the UK, and by that, the top position is a master seller. And it means he's gone out and recruited 9 personal people. So again, for those that have been involved with network marketing, 9 personal people doesn't seem a lot, or it may not seem a lot. But for those that have not been involved with network marketing, or even for those that have been involved but have not had the success, getting one person involved with a particular model is a huge obstacle to overcome. So this guy's recruited 9 personal people in just 6 days. Him and his wife have gone hell for leather with this. And I wanted to get him on the phone quickly just to share his testimonial. We did have a plan of action beforehand, but I've basically ruined it because I've said the bit that I was asked him to do. So, Ben, I'm going to unmute you. Can you hear me all right?
You stole my thunder just because I give you some jip on Facebook, ain't you?
I've stolen your thunder. What I will say, he has got the best tash in the industry. And his wife is now, you know, she loves him forevermore with this tash. So basically, for tonight's call, and we'll change it back going forward, but for tonight's call, can you just share your background? There we go. Your background, the reasons why you joined Direct Cellars, and where you can see this going for yourself and your team, please.
Okay, mate. Cheers, Paul. Yeah, Paul has stolen the show there. He's stolen my piece. I was hoping to give some... I was fired up. I've got my notes ready to get some information dished out, and Paul's just done it. No, but you did a great job, Paul. So, you know, you have saved me a job there. But, yeah, just regarding myself, my name's Ben Cockayne. I'm a Yorkshire boy. I'm currently living in East Yorkshire. I've been in the industry of network marketing for about 5 or 6 years. And I first came across it by accident, really. Somebody just asked me if I wanted to. At the time, I was doing like boot camp training alongside my job, which is professional rugby league. And a guy just said, would you like to look at some nutritional products? So I got involved with that particular company. Had no idea what I was doing. But within, I joined in the July. By the October, I got my first commission check, which were over £1,000. And in the meantime, I was making good retail money as well. So I thought, I should probably pay a bit more attention to this and see what's going on. So we'll continue with that company for about 3 years. And in that 3 years, I reached a good level in that particular company. I'm making a significant income, more than I've ever earned as a professional sportsman. You know, and I did all right out of it, just basically by following simple systems and a marketing approach. And the thing I love about network marketing is all it is word of mouth. You know, a lot of people get tangled up. What's network marketing? What is it? What do you do? What's MLM and all this? It's, in a nutshell, it is marketing a product or a service to your network, to your friends, your family, like Paul said, your enemies if need be. And from that, you're going to create revenue stream. And like I said, we've had good success. But what I saw with Direct Cellars, I won't say I quit my previous company because I still use the products with that particular company, but I stopped actually working the business properly, kind of lost my appetite for it round about October time last year. And then coming to 2017, I've got a testimonial year with my job rugby, which means I've served the club for 10 years and I get it's like a benefit year, basically. There's fundraising events throughout the year that I need to attend and be a part of. So I was kind of focused on that. But then Anthony Raspin, who was on the call, a good friend of mine from my first company, he gave me a call, and I still say to this day he played it extremely well, because he said, Ben, I'm looking for some advice. And I said, what is it? And he said, well, I've come across this opportunity and I'm thinking about getting involved with it. You know, and I should know all the tricks in the trade by now. But I said, what is it, Raz? And he said, well, it's wine. So I was like, wine, network marketing and wine. And I sat on it for probably about a week or so, and I was saying to Raz, not for me, mate, I'm not getting involved. I've lost my appetite for it. Let me know when the pro comes. So giving him every excuse why I didn't want to get in. And the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, I've got to get a piece of this. And the fact that it wasn't yet launched in the UK, and at the time there was less than 100 people in the UK, that got my juices really flowing. That got me really excited, because I know that with network marketing and word of mouth marketing, as I like to call it, it spreads like wildfire. Once you start speaking to people about this, and they start, before you know it, everybody seems to know about it. And then, you know, people now saying, what's this wine thing? So, you know, we do go out, we have a structure what we follow in terms of building a list and contacting people. But what I'm finding now is people are saying, what's this wine thing that you're doing? So people are paying attention, and I'm just mega excited for where it's going to go. The compensation plan is unbelievable. The fact that you can get paid $125 every time you refer a friend, for me, that is absolutely fantastic. And that's just one of the ways that we get paid. There's numerous other ways, which I'm not going to get into tonight. I'll leave that to the person that invited you to the call. But this is also a business that I believe me and my wife can do very successfully, because, you know, we're both quite outgoing kind of people. We've got a large group of friends and a large network, if you like. So not only do I believe that we can create success for ourselves, but more importantly, I believe that anybody that comes along on this journey with us, I believe that we can make some significant changes to their lives as well for the better, so to speak. So I'm really excited about where it's going to go. I'm looking forward to the wine tasting parties. I'm not a big wine lover, and I always have to tell people that I'm kind of forcing this Shiraz down my neck here. But I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm really trying to embrace the whole wine thing. I've never been a big wine drinker, but, you know, I just put a quote on Facebook what I heard from a guy. And it goes, you know, what you like to do should be your hobby. What the world likes to do should be your business. So, you know, I've lived by that quote for a long time, you know, and I believe that a large part of the world, a large part of the population, particularly in the UK, enjoy a good social and enjoy a nice glass of wine. So that's the reason I'm involved. I'm really excited where we're going to go with it. I know we've got the main man, Jefferson, sat there waiting to ignite us all some more. So I'm going to keep my gob shut. I'm going to pass it over to the big dog. So over to you, Jefferson, my old pal.
Before he comes on, I'm going to give him like a proper welcome. So, Ben, appreciate your words again. As I said, Ben is the fastest master seller in the UK to date. So for anyone out there that's looking at this as an opportunity, that loves drinking wine, that knows people that also love to drink wine, and feels that they can get their friends and family involved in a business where they can get paid, then there's your target. 6 days and you're a master seller in our opportunity. So it's, you know, we've been going on for about 15 minutes now. It's 9:15, and I said that I didn't want to speak too much tonight because we've got a very special guest on. Now, this guy is someone that I connected with and met in my first network marketing model. He's a guy that he's just got a way with words, both written and verbally, the way that he comes across. Now, in this particular model that I was in, my first network marketing model, there was over 3.5 million people involved before I joined. And for 7 consecutive months, this guy was the top producer every single month. So he knows what he's doing. Every single day I used to wake up and he'd invite someone and welcome someone. And he's done exactly the same with this as well. So, as I said, he is someone, when he speaks, I listen. And I know I said it last week in the call, you know, it is my guilty pleasure, so to speak, because I could listen to this guy speak every single day. So with that being said, Mr. Jefferson Green, are you on the call?
Hey, Paul, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. The floor is yours.
Well, awesome. First, is it Mother's Day over there in the UK?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, To all the mothers on the line, happy Mother's Day. I think ours is in May, so that's when we celebrate it. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on the line. And I guess you all had your clocks move forward an hour today too. So okay, daylight savings time is hit also. And I got to tell you, I'm very humbled and honored to be a part of this call. Just to see, the growth with Bend and the excitement, and, we even got them drinking wine now. So I can't wait to see, I just can't wait to see the growth of the UK market. I don't know if Mr. Raspin is on, but congratulations, brother, going out and hitting the top position in the company, also helping someone on your team do it. And I just saw recently you had some more people get promoted today that you recognize. So congratulations, Anthony, to you and your wife, absolutely getting it done. Paul, Shia, all the other master sellers, I'm just really, really honored and proud of what you all are doing in the UK market. And, to the guests on the line, thanks for dialing in, giving us some of your time and attention. My name's Jefferson Green. I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia. Absolutely fired up about direct sellers. I wasn't looking for anything when I saw it. I wasn't against the industry, I wasn't in that kind of situation, just wasn't looking for anything. But, prior to this industry of networking, I was a traditional business owner, worked a lot, traveled a lot. And if you're a business owner, you understand you're going to do whatever it takes to make your business successful. And when the economy tanked here, I was in a terrible situation financially, and I had to go look for other ways to make some money from home. And that's how I fell into network marketing. I actually went online looking for ways to make money, and met a gentleman, learned a system of duplication, and built an incredible organization of about 18,000 business partners, 55,000 customers that did $28 million. And that's where I met Paul and Shio. And we developed a relationship. That was years ago. And, just like any smart relationship, you keep it intact. And, November 3rd of this year, or 2016, about 142 days ago is when I heard of direct sellers. And, was blown away. Someone reached out to me in my inbox and said, "Hey, Jefferson, I'm part of this wine club. I'm having a blast. I'd love to send you some information." And guys, I said, "Sure, absolutely." I've been drinking wine for 20 plus years, right? And I'm also familiar with wine clubs. There's dozens and dozens of wine clubs. But what caught my attention was that this one had a revenue sharing program attached to it. And I said, wow, people can go out and get wine for free and actually get paid for sharing it with their family members, friends, and people in their network. And I was in a bar, right, waiting on dinner, and I sat straight up and I said, "We're getting ready to get rich." That's exactly what I said. Now, here's the funny part. I had no idea who the we were. But I thought someone figured it out. As Ben said, wine goes MLM. Why? Because there's very little resistance. You don't have to go out and convince anybody. You're not going to have to sell anybody on the product. You're not going to have to teach anyone how to use it. And here's the thing. You don't even have to be a wine drinker like Shio and still see how huge the opportunity is, because you don't have to sell results when it comes to going out and talking about this model of wine. And so, guys, we got excited on November 3rd, started, and I got to tell you, went out and built a massive organization. Let me just give you some numbers, and then what I'll do is kind of, explain a couple things about the compensation plan, and then give you my 5 reasons why I said yes to direct sellers. But guys, this is day 142 for our team. Day 142. November 3rd, 2016 is when we joined. We've had 2,964 people join the organization as business partners. I don't even know how many thousands of customers have joined, but 2,964 business partners. In February, we had a record-breaking month of 493 business partners. Guys, today is the 26th of March, right? And this month alone, we've had over 1,025 business partners join. We've had 104 people hit the top position in our team. The top position in the company, do it through our team. You heard from Paul today. You heard from Ben. You heard me mention a couple other names. This is an absolute rocket ship. And I believe there's several key factors that are creating this kind of success. First is obviously the wine. Second, we have a system that can duplicate very quickly. And third, the compensation plan. In this industry of networking, you're only going to participate one of 2 ways: as a customer or business partner, right? Either way, if you get 3 customers, you're going to get your wine for free. Maintain 3, you never pay for wine. But if you come in as a business partner, as Paul said, we have 2 packages. Both of them have a 50% commission attached to them. So Ben talked about that first package of $249.95. Guys, listen, you'll make $125 every time you enroll someone on that package. It's paid to you the following week that they enroll. They come in at $499.95. You're going to make $250. So think about it. How many people would you go share this with? That number is going to be different for everyone, and how fast or slow you do it's going to be different for everyone. But the thing that I love about it is there's no time frames that you have to get any of this done. See, and there's some companies, if you do it in the first week, 2 weeks, month, 60 days, you get paid different than someone who may not be as skilled, who may not be as knowledgeable, and takes a little more time. Here, guys, the compensation plan is a level playing field. Now, everyone that you enroll, that you help go out and get 2 business partners, just one on their left side, one on their right, they're going to earn 50% commissions just like you did, right? But now they're going to get another bonus called the dual team pay bonus. And this is where it gets exciting. Whatever they earn each week in their dual team pay, you're going to get a check match anywhere from 10 to 21% off of whatever they do. Imagine if all you did was introduce Ben or Paul or Shia or Anthony. That's it. And they went out each week building their organization. You would get a check match bonus up to 21% off of what they do. It's exciting. It doesn't come out of their money. It's a bonus the company pays to the company. The company pays to the individual. So I absolutely love that. It creates strategic alliances where people start working together. Why? Because as you help your organization grow, your check match bonus grows. And then at the end of the month, once a month, everyone pays for wine because it's a product that does disappear. You saw Ben make his glass disappear. I'm not going to make my full glass disappear, but you get it. It disappears. It needs to be reordered. And when people reorder their wine every single month, guess what? You're getting paid again. That's 3 out of the 5 powerful ways that you get paid with direct sellers. Absolutely. I know it's cliche. We hear it all the time, but guys, it's a no-brainer. I was talking with a pediatric doctor earlier today, and he's part of another deal, or was part of another deal. He said, well, tell me about this wine thing. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. How many of your doctors and nurses drink wine? He said, all of them. I said, as busy as you are, would you have to convince anybody about it? He said, absolutely not. Matter of fact, I already do wine tastings at my house to unwind with my family members and friends. I said, well, now you have a possibility of getting your wine for free and getting revenue for doing something you're already doing. You can't now say that you're too busy to do it because you just told me you already do it. You see how cool that is? You don't have to change the way people live their life. So let me give you 5 specific reasons why I said yes to direct sellers, and then I'll hand the call back to Paul and he'll bring it to a close. Reason number 5, guys, I had an opportunity to meet with the ownership team, the management team, and these are hugely successful gentlemen. All of them have different backgrounds that came together. It's not like these were network marketers that said, hey, let's now be owners. Now, these were hugely successful business people in different spaces that came together, and then they found that missing piece, the gentleman who was massively an 8-figure earner in this industry, to help them put the compensation plan together. I also like that they're backed by probably the number 1 attorney in our space, Kevin Thompson, our legal team, right, who makes sure that we're doing everything the right way. And sometimes, guys, it can be really frustrating, because if it was up to me, we would open the UK right now. It would be open today. But there's other corporate legal things that have to be done. And I had a conversation with someone over the weekend. They're like, man, we're rocking and rolling. This thing is getting ready to launch. So right now, we're not shipping wine to the UK, but as I say, every time I get an opportunity to talk with you guys, we are shipping commissions. And so I like that, we're in such compliance with the wine industry, with also the direct sales industry, and we have great ratios, because sometimes in this industry it can just be business partners, reps, distributors. But you know what you want? You want a customer base. You want a base of people using a product that they enjoy every single month. Why? Because think about it. Every business needs customers, including yours. And so we're attracting customers also because why? We have a real product called wine. Reason number 4 is the timing and positioning. Right now in the company, there's about 12,000 people in the company. Now in the UK, there might be 100, 150, don't know the exact numbers, but not a lot. But think about wherever you are listening to this call, if you probably drew a 100-yard circle, just a 100-yard circle from wherever you are, there's probably 150 people within that circle. How exciting is it to probably have the most, logical product ever to hit our space of networking called wine, right? that hundreds of millions of people around the world are already using. You don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to teach it, guys. And we're getting ready to launch a country called the UK, and there's about 150 people involved total. You can't ask for better timing and positioning. Reason number 3 was our compensation plan. I love and I understand that, gosh, I don't even know the numbers. Let's say almost everybody is going to be doing this extremely part-time. And so it's exciting that I know people who are only going to be doing this a couple hours a week can go out and just enroll 2 people, just like some of Anthony's buddies did today, and make their entire investment back. Go out and get 3 customers. These aren't people that are looking to be a business partner. They're just looking to have great wine come to their house every single month, right? You get 3 of those, your wine is free. The website and professional back office system to run your business is already free. No brainer. You help people make their initial investment back very quickly, show them how they can get their wine for free, duplicate that, and then have fun with the socials, the wine tastings. Reason number 2 was the wine, all about the wine. Why? Because it can't change. Think about it. We can't unmerlot the Merlot. We can't less Chardonnay the Chardonnay. Have you ever been a part of a company where the owners changed or discontinued a product? It's very frustrating. If it happens on a big scale, you could lose all of your customers and have to rebuild. That doesn't happen with wine because direct sellers never will and does not make or manufacture wine. What we do is we distribute wine from about 2,000 small batch wineries from all around the world, come straight to your doorstep. So put your business caps on, guys. The product isn't changing, which means what? Residual income 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. And then reason number 1 is you only have to build 2 sides of business. You're going to build a team on your left and a team on your right. And you can do that, especially with our system. And I don't know any team proving it more than the UK, because we haven't even officially launched there. We're not even sending wine there, but they're taking the system and going out very quickly, helping people put one on the left, one on the right. It's starting to duplicate very, very quickly. And someone listening to my voice is going to get this and go out and put hundreds of thousands of people in their organization. You know how I know? Because many companies have already done it. But the masses listening to my voice, what I like is that they can go out and legitimately make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month in extra income. And if you help the average family do that, you can help the average family change their life. And so, guys, I look forward to meeting you all one day. I actually just got a passport, so I am so excited about the launch. I'm going to be over there. I can't wait to break bread with you guys, to go to a football match, to drink beer, wine, eat the great food. I was actually born, I don't know if you know this, Paul, and I'm going to throw the call to you. I was born, there used to be an Air Force base in Ruislip, England, about 15 miles outside of London. I was born on that U.S. Air Force base. Then I left when I was about a year and a half and came to the States. So look forward to coming back. And thank you all very, very much for having me on the call. I'm so proud and honored to be in business with champions like you guys. And I'm really, really impressed with the success. All the calls back to you.
Jefferson, as always, I really appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, especially on a Sunday afternoon, drinking a nice cold glass of white wine. So, as always, I do appreciate your time, as does everyone else on the call. So, guys, it doesn't matter what job you do. It doesn't matter what career you're involved with, because 95% of the people that you know most probably drink and probably like to indulge in a nice glass of wine. Now, as Ben said, he's a professional sports person. I've been in the fitness industry for 12 years. I was actually on a fitness managers meeting on Thursday, and everyone was more excited about the drinks afterwards and partying into the night than they was about learning what was happening going forward with our fitness company. And, when I've gone away on other ventures with previous network marketing companies, everyone's more excited about what they're going to wear at night and how drunk they're going to get and what they're going to do. But the funny thing with this one is our product is the drink. Our product is the wine. So when I was fortunate enough to fly out to Las Vegas only a few short weeks ago, and the setup and the professionalism of the event was just absolutely phenomenal. Everyone was in their seats before it started. Everyone was still in their seats when it finished. As Jefferson said, there's 4 incredible leaders involved with this company, 4 individuals that have had huge success in their own given rights, that have now come together to join force to bring you what is direct sellers. There's a guy, as Jefferson mentioned, Kevin Thompson, the world's #1 attorney for MLM worldwide. You know, our compliance is watertight, and he's actually the guy that's spearheading the UK launch. On top of that, there's a guy called Jerry Greenfield. He's known as the Wine Whisperer. He's our producer of wine, an expert in the wine industry for many, many years. So for those that are on the call tonight that you know, they're wine drinkers, you class yourself as wine connoisseurs, he's the guy that will educate you. He does tasting sessions, he does educational videos, he does tips and tricks, and included in every box of wine that we will receive, there's tasting notes that tells you where the wine comes from, what year it was made in, what berries and fruits and aromas are part of that bottle of wine, and also what foods are best tasted and tried with these particular wines. And on top of that, you've got leadership with the likes of Jefferson, with the likes of Shaya, who's my upline, other leaders in the industry. It's just a phenomenal, phenomenal company to be part of. And the exciting part about this for me is, number one, the UK is not even launched yet. And number two, it's less than 150 people strong. So start thinking about where you would have been, again, for those of you that have been involved with network marketing before. How would your life have changed now if you was part of the first 150 people to be part of that particular company? You know, first 150 people in Avon, first 150 people in Herbalife, first 150 people in Amway. These are companies that have been going for year on year on year. This is a company, Direct Cellars is a company that I believe will do exactly the same. There's no reason why this will stop. We can't change what's in the wine. The compensation plan is extremely strong. We're debt-free. We're very new. As I said, we're coming up to our first year in business. So, guys, all there's left to say really is go back to the person that invited you onto this call. Get them to answer any questions that you've got for them. Get them to answer the only question that is stopping you from getting registered tonight. And let's get busy. Let's get working together. Now, these calls are on every night apart from Saturday night. So the idea, the plan of action is for you guys to go away, is to start speaking to people, start building your list, start inviting 1 or 2 people on tomorrow night, and start creating numbers, because the UK's on countdown now. We're here to run. We're ready to run. The fulfillment centre's in place in the UK. It's stocked full of wine, and it's there for the taking. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the call. I hope you've got something from it. As I said, this call will be recorded and the link will be available soon. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thanks very much, and good